All right, so how did the journey begin? Well, the journey began first with Scott Matthias and I. We both attended the same church, and one of the first order of businesses I did was to start a film group. And so we got a large group together and started to plan and discuss different types of films, and Scott was one of the first people that I met in that group. And so Scott and I began a dialogue about what types of films we like and what we wanted to do and our aspirations. We both agreed that we wanted to be full-time filmmakers, that we felt that that in fact was like a calling for us. So we began to kind of just dream big about what we thought it might look like. And then from that I realized that Scott was actually a fantastic writer. And he also had another great writing partner that him and I brought on a little bit later into our process, a guy named Christopher Bunn, who helped us write The Fellow's Hip. And then as that journey continued, I was a police officer for about 6 years and came across a guy, Shane McClung, who is fantastic at business and really good at computer and IT. And at the time, some of the things that we knew we wanted to do right from the get-go is to get a great synopsis, but then to get a website up, to get a web presence. And so that's where Shane came on board at.
Ron and I were actually police officers together, hence why I'm playing a security guard in the film. Scott and Ron actually met each other through church. They started up the company Opening Act Productions, and then with my knowledge of business and finances and things like this from other businesses I've been in, I came in with them, being one of Ron's real good friends, and I got to meet Scott, and we just got along great. So I joined on to the team, and now it's the three of us running it together, which works out well because then you have ability for the 2/3 vote, so you can actually make decisions in the company, as they say.
So the story idea really came from a lot of things in my own life. A lot of the characters are things that I represent or people I knew. And so at the time, online gaming was just starting to come out, and I knew that was going to be a big craze. And the Lord of the Rings trilogy had just finished up in the theaters, and it was a really, really impactful film, and the story was just so encouraging and great. And I wanted to create somewhat of an epic adventure like that, and yet for us to be able to do it and in a new way, a new twist. And so Scott and I again began to dialogue and really think through what type of adventure could really parallel Lord of the Rings in modern day. And that's what we set out to do. So you have your moment on the ground, which I like that wasn't cool. Yeah, just a moment down and go.
Shot.
So all we need is
still works.
Well, we'll decomplicate the original shot. We'll make it a much shorter dolly, so we're like vacation. Ooh, someone's sneaking. Like it starts solid, and then someone's sneaking, and then the hands come in on a complete lockdown, like a bunny duck. We'll cut her, but that we might as well get her part. This was complicating it.
Okay.
So let's just cut it out.
Right.
There we go.
Okay.
That is how you solve
There we
problems.
There are 4 of us.
Hors d'oeuvres for a bear.
Bears? You think there are bears in this forest? Really? What kind?
Oh, grizzly bears most likely, but don't worry. I know how to handle bears.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What? Like, in his mind, the fantastical Joe's still a threat off to the side. So if you come into the dramatic and like go into a scene, so I'll be him, go ahead. You come in quickly and like this, like if I'm you.
Spanish soap opera
You know what I
style,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
So here, you try it. And
We're all big fans of Lord of the Rings. We're also big fans of being online gamers and just gamers in general. Ron, myself, we started gaming from good old tabletop, which most kids nowadays don't even know about. But it's pretty fun. The fact that we were able to take the gamer aspect, mix it in with Lord of the Rings, make a movie that would be a fan film for Lord of the Rings fans, for gamer fans.
You are going.
Where's the Uber Geek
He
shit?
said you're going.
Here, dim it way down so that when we pop it on, you just have a little. I mean, that will look like perhaps ambient light from that lamp in the other room.
The Lord of the Rings aspect is just so much in there that we're able to to work with and to gain from that, and have ability to not do a parody of it, because most people try to just make fun of a movie. Instead, we actually have the parallel, so people can appreciate the Lord of the Rings symbolism, but not where it's not where we're actually making fun of it.
We got to do one more time, and here's why. That was the best. But, you know, then we go to the shot, and you don't have any pedals on. So you're like, I'm like a sunflower head. And then it cuts to, like, you need to
exact
So you've
same
got to,
thing.
and she's got to help you. Okay? Okay? And everybody's got to be pedal free, right?
The man in the paintball mask.
before?
You make a much scarier director with a mask.
Paintballs
Especially
are like
with the one with all the silver, the steel stuff.
I've gotten hit in the mouth 3 times, and it's like
75, Frank, pick one. Speed.
Rolling.
Marker.
And frame.
Stand by.
Action.
Medic! Medic!